course. Yeah, hold up. Alright. Camera still work. That's just gotta jump back into the server so my wheel can reset. Why does this song gotta be on the fucking album? Alright. Oh, we got one more of these. Then I'm going to another genre of music so we don't run into that shit again. let's get back in there. Ooh, I knew we were snatching that one up. Best I could do is try to get away from it before we ever got there. Uh-oh. 1 inch away from being able to initiate on that goddamn door. 1 inch! And we get a goddamn understeery murder. I wanted to stay right on that bitch. She wasn't supposed to touch me though. Woo. Find us another dance partner. What's up, bro? Going good on this end, how you doing? I don't know how I avoided that shit. Smoking some of that good. Hooking up your wheel and getting on too. That's what's up, bro. Let's get these doors. I don't know how I got around that corner. I wasn't looking at the track, but I felt some kind of vibration toward the front end of the car. It felt like I must have touched like a rail or some shit of the grass. It don't feel like it was a rail. It was very subtle. Woo! I've never seen it nighttime. Oh yeah. It's a mod, a setup by night. And the headlights, that's a dynamic light mod. Woo! Seeing them headlights freeze on that rail like that fucked with me so bad. Like I just tried to take in the image for a second that I could see. So that split second, I needed to be doing a lot of fucking maneuvering, like a deer in headlights. Like, psh, and it was all dead. That split second, me wanting to enjoy that image. Momentum, man. Momentum. I'm cutting a lot of track. I should be on your door now. What's going on here? Got the wrong tires on? Oh, goddamn. You seem like a fast one, and then you hit a corner like that, and I'm just like, come on, man. Oh, shit. Let's go find another dance partner. Somebody has to know the lines around here. Oh, yeah, I've already gotten wrapped this door. We can fuck up this door again. Very slow, whippy transitions on them straights, though. Gotcha. Can you join if you don't have the light mod? Oh yeah. Just try to turn your headlights on for those of us that do have it, because we still see your headlights either way. Come on, come on. That was a hard knock on that bitch. Looks like we got a rooster tail right there. Whew. Would have been kicking up all kinds of dirt. The fucking edge of the road ain't motherfucking solid. When I make this bitch, I'll be popping all kinds of tires and shredding rims on that bitch for sure. So I have to do something about the road just being able to level off like that. Run out into the dirt. I'm trying to get away with murder on these rails right now, and it ain't gonna happen. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my god. This is not the right time to be looking away. It's around the time that Lux would usually be getting on, if they're gonna be getting on. I was hoping to get lucky today. You said third person with the wheel is pretty lame. Do you not enjoy seeing sexy cars and seeing drifting and shit yourself? Cause right here, this gets mad fuck. Like I don't even got this shit lined up anymore. Like I drive in real life, so it's not like I don't see the cockpit of a goddamn car. It's this shit right here is just beautiful. This is the only place that you could do this shit is on a fucking simulator. Like why not? Enjoy the view while it lasts. Like it's a spectator sport, bro. I hate to break it to you, but yes, we feel G's and all that, and it's exhilarating, but the main fucking selling point of this is how sexy it looks from third person perspective as a spectator. Like any spectator sport, you know what I'm saying? Where it looks good to be watched. That's what it's all for. And why would I miss out on that? Just because I'm like, oh, this makes me feel like I got my limited ass real view and shit. You can't see any of the shit that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see the nose is close to that shit. You might be able to see Charlie Brown right there in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? You can't see how close I really got to that shit. Now that, sir, is lame. Okay? You sound like you're making an excuse because you probably can't drive with it in third person with the wheel. Because you need this bit of reality perspective to link what you're doing to what you do in real life. I don't need that anymore. I was like, I could damn near drive this track blindfolded, you know what I'm saying? So the view is all for my enjoyment at that point. This shit right here, when you don't drive, yeah, it might be exciting to see this shit. Like, oh, that's what it looks like for y'all? Yeah. You're limited. It's all extra sensory shit, me knowing where the booty of the car is. You ain't gonna fucking see it. You can't tell what I'm doing right here by this angle. And then people ask me to get that motherfucking real head motion on. That doesn't solve the fucking problem. Like, you gotta be doing this shit yourself for it to feel amazing from this view. You know what I'm saying? That's what this view does. When you're doing it, you're like, oh shit, I'm doing it. I'm in a car right now. Yeah, you'll get that fucking feeling for like, I don't even know, until you master at least one track where you could drive that track without any kind of hesitations, mishaps. You could fuck on any door on that track. Once you master that, I think this view might be something you're willing to let go of as well. Then there's people that don't drive in real life where this is as real as it gets for them and they need this to have some kind of tie to reality. There's that mindset. See me? This ain't nothing special. This is actually very limited and shit because I know how limited the shit is. I know how many times I had to fucking like clench my booty on if my fucking nose of my car was gonna make it over a curb and shit like that. Like I can't be having accidents out here in Mexico. I know how fucking annoying this view can be, so I enjoy how sexy the other ones are. It's like, yeah, we can do this all day though, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I can't drive in first person. Like, I don't know why you want to see this because all you can see is this little bit of track in front of me. Like you can't even see it when I'm getting doors and shit. Yeah, you might be able to see that fender for a split second as we transition in and shit. But if I match their angle and I'm right up on them, they'll fucking disappear. All you'll see is that edge of the car. But yeah. Why not enjoy the spectators part of this shit? We don't make these cars this sexy for no fucking reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't see that I was that goddamn close to that rail. There's no gambling shit from the inside of the car for y'all. It has to be boring as fuck. See, I'm the only one that really knows where the back of that car is. I'm the only one that's really making that reference point with the physical, like, what's happening. The pendulum swing of it and everything. That angle doesn't translate to y'all that well. Trust me, I've seen it. I watched these shits go down. Like a car can look like it's doing some sexy shit on the track, and this line is straight atrocious because it's in first person. You never know. See, out here, you can judge me fully, all right? You can see every fucking mishap that I make. When I get too close to a rail and we fuck up, you see how close we were to that rail when we fucked up. You see if I was absolutely trash flying at that bitch. First person, you don't get all that to translate. Covers up mistakes. And it hides the sexiness, all right? That's the main thing for me. All this sexy shit going to waste. You wouldn't be able to tell what just happened right there. Oh my God. When you watch like a drift video online, somebody driving in like their town or some shit, and it shows a first person view, and you think they're the shit just because they're linking the transitions and not crashing. But then you see the line from like their homeboy standing outside watching one of the corners, you're like, that motherfucker's line was just ridiculously all over the place. Like it looked like he's struggling. And inside that first person view, you didn't notice all that. The camera a little shaky and potatoey and shit. The dopest videos I think I've seen have to be those ones where they had professionals set up on corners and they know where these fucking cameras are set up. And motherfuckers know to wreck that shit on that motherfucking corner. Just absolutely massacre the motherfucker because someone's going to be there to capture the moment. You're going to see some ill-ass driving in those moments. Show drifting. Then there's those one-shot videos like Mad Mike. Jesus Christ, can anybody keep a fucking flow today? Just the most minor one. Where all my dance partners at? This is the prime time. So everybody's home from work. See, you would not know what just happened right there if we were in that first person. So lame, sir. I have to say I highly disagree with you. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, but that's a strong fucking term for all this beauty right here. It's almost disrespectful. And I'm gonna stand up for the shit I'm passionate about. You can guarantee that. Oh my God. This sexy Japanese racing white bitch hitting these corners. You wouldn't even know what color my bitch was from the inside. What some mirrors will tell you. You wouldn't see all this light reflecting off the car and shit. Just how beautiful it all looks. The fact that this is all just a mod doing this shit too. Like this ain't original motherfucking created content or fucking designer content. It was like somebody was passionate enough about this motherfucking game to go and just design all this shit for us for fucking free. That's a beautiful thing. And I would let it go to waste by sitting inside the car. Fuck no, homie. Now, if we had a door up here, you'd see the other fucking aspect of being in third person, how sexy it is to see the tandem happening. Tell you something, Lux's door don't look as sexy in first person as it does in third person. I'll tell you that shit right now. Woo! That's how beautiful it is. I said I was gonna get off of this side of YouTube. Something hard. Something mad hard. There we go. You clearly on the wrong tires. Woo! Oh, wanted that bitch to be on the edge, but god damn. The weight didn't settle down until that bitch was way too late. dive inside. I was like, nah, you going. Come on. I thought I could trust you, homie. You were fucking smooth with it. Well, maybe not that smooth with it. Seemed like they stayed with me most of that lap before. Come on now. You a fast one. Keep at it. Yes. I was like, fuck, if we get through this corner, it ain't gonna be pretty. All I've been doing is me now. Oh shit, it's rapid. There we go. Fuck that door up. If there ain't obstacles in front of us. Keep getting too intimate with these rails. Jesus! Fast one corner, slow the next. We just gotta fucking stay back. This seems like a waste, though. There we go. At least if I give you your space and learn your lines, I can learn when I gotta do surgery. All I've been doing is me now. Alright. Sure that goddamn cord doesn't snag on anything. Jesus Christ! Thought I was gonna be able to get on the inside of him right there. For wanting to overtake me, he was fucking taking his time, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I broke so much to make that happen. It still wasn't enough. I guess it was enough to clear, just not where the fuck we needed to be to survive a goddamn corner. I need a lead car because otherwise I'm gonna be fucking on these rails. why like everybody that I pull up on like that in the train, just they die the first time around. God, I was like, you need some space right there. What tires are you on, sir?
About 10 years, Crips, Bloods, sweat and tears, and we still counting. Had a real thick bitch named Brooke. She fucked the whole squad. Yeah. Every time I know in Brooklyn, they fuck with the whole squad. I'm more spiritual than lyrical. I'm similar to Eli. Why? Because I'm wearing black shades and I'm headed west with the word of God. Yeah. I think I'm finally ready to talk about it. These niggas just talk about it. Homie, don't play me for no fool. Popping bottles like enemigos, Os Dios Mio, I'm so cold. Get so deep in that water, they should call my Johnson a hardcore. Feed the needy, don't know the feed. Paint the walls like a cartoon. Beat the pussy up so bad. Send her home with some raw bones. Load it off the yak, hit her from the back, go across her head. Bar stool, touch her soul till I cut her toes. Then it's time to reload, then it's part two.
God damn, I was like, right as I say, let's get up in there. Oh boy, slows down to get in the pits. And I take him the fuck out. Go ahead, Finn. My God, he's so fast and then he transitions like slower than anybody. That's incredibly annoying. Like someone else chased that goddamn door. That was some bullshit. I'm just like, if you don't stop with that shit. Like he's scared of a corner yet he's full of speed. I'm like, come on now. Balance your shit out. I mean, just smooth it out. Wrinkles all up in that bitch. Alright, let's get up in there. Got it. There we go. Oh. Haitian's back there. He's still finding his way. Oh my God. Alright, we need a dance partner. Fuck a train when I could get one good ass driver for a tandem and yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I want some door to bumper to door transitions. trust shit. So where my dance partner at? All right. Raptor was a good door. Not really in a train. I mean, that train is lingering somewhere. They're gonna catch up to him. Or he's gonna fall back to him at some point. Say it almost just happened there. For the phony and the sleep, throwing up the gold emoji, niggas looking like some sheep. Presidential rollie on me, bitch, I'm rolling like a sheik. You ain't know, you ain't low. I can call you, I'm asleep. Took my girl to Japan, do some shopping, a man. I can show you new options, do what you want when you pop it. Made a few loans to my partners, put a hole in your toppers. Spend a week in Colombia, fucking Hosey and toppers. Damn, if we ain't home, they adopt us. Oh my God. I was like, how did everyone in front of me die? It was like 1, 2, then the third one had no reason to die. Came to a dead halt, stop in the middle of the road. I was like, oh my God, this is just goddamn ridiculous at this point. I was thinking about the curse right there, right as it happened though. So, yeah, it might be real. I was like, don't piss off a Haitian girl, all right? Just avoid her ass altogether, alright? That's the advice I could probably give. Gnarly. What tires are you on where you are that smooth but slow? I swear some people be on 205s these days. There was somebody up in here that was doing it. Who was it? He. I was like, he had too smooth and sexy a line to be going that damn slow on some 225s without a ton of left foot braking. 205s, it would make sense, because it's like if I was driving with somebody on some fucking 245s behind me and they'd be smashing into me and shit, yet I know they were a good enough driver to not be doing that. Like I've driven with them before, I know how icy they can be, so obviously there's a tire inconsistency is why we can't brake on time and shit. Can't do exactly what the car in front of you is doing. Thought you better head out, racer. Let's do this. Uh-oh. Convoy's new. I need a door. And this fucking core better stop snatching away.
Police, enemies, fake homies. Can't forget that I'm a hoe. Better act like you know it. I remember I was poor. I was young and
Oh! Woo! I hit that bitch right on the corner of the bumper. Which one of them two had the headlights on?
Can't forget that I'm golden. Can't forget where I'm going. For popo, holy, enemy, fake home. Can't forget that I'm old. Better act like you know.
Woo!
Enemy, fake homies. Can't forget that I'm old. Better act like you know.
I forgot Raptor does some slight slower transitions right there. Homeboy's already been compensating for it, so I didn't notice that that's where his line was. I can't even see Raptor's car up there. All I see is a name tag, so how close he is on transitions. I actually had to get up into the mix to see that shit. I just gotta be aware of them shits myself now. Oh my god. That was a lot of understeer up that hill. I was hoping I could kick the booty out at least 25 more degrees on that flick. Now my tires are hot. God. Oh, sewer sauce! I wasn't as deep as they were in that corner. Holy shit. It's like that roll cage. I can kind of see his roll cage because that name, it doesn't get any bigger or smaller. Using it as a frame of reference for where he is, that gets tricky as fuck when you can't see shit. Like it looks like the name starts moving fast away from the motherfucker, and that's me thinking that he's gapping him and he's about to accelerate on me. But sometimes it's just him moving forward like that right there, where they're on each other's door. They ain't going any faster yet. He just kind of creeps forward, and that separation of the names looks like he's gapping them in my mind. Unless I could see the two cars that close. Woo! Alright, hopefully I can see that motherfucker in the abyss up here. Good God. Woo! I was like, Raptor, you throwing these bitches at these rails, man. That was a hell of a braking job to stay away from death there. Woo! He started getting wild once his dance partner went away. I was like, what is all this now? Huh? He just flipped a personality switch.
Niggas been counting me out. I'm counting my bullets, I'm loading my clips, I'm writing down names, I'm making it lists, I'm checking it twice and I'm getting them hit. The real one's been dying, the fake ones is lit. The game is
Damn, I thought I was gonna be able to tap back like quarter of his car and spin him off the rail. was getting mad methodical about it, and then he disappeared. I was like, oh, damn. Oh, my God. Rambo. Damn it! Why can't I trust anybody? I'm like premeditating where they're gonna be based on what they did for the last two corners, and then right as I throw it at their door, completely a different vibe. And it's always them hitting the brakes or understeering hard, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I feel like I'm causing it. I feel like somehow I'm projecting shit out to them. Just manifesting wrecks in front of my ass, because I'm just like, how the fuck can we just watch people go around this track for 8 laps? That as soon as I start pulling up on the door, like I ain't even there yet. I got like one more corner to go before we reach the bitch, and all of a sudden just pure devastation happens in front of us. Just, Alright, see, and let's let them do their thing so they don't die. Oh my God. I swear to God, it is me. I wasn't even a prime. I wasn't even like a threat. They didn't see me pulling up on them. Death. Right as I pull up on this goddamn train, though. Right as the train is my next fucking target. Death and devastation. See what's going on here. Slight hesitations. Rabbit's trying to put some distance in between him and that front car.
Fall in this bitch transfusion with the drip drop. Sauce everywhere. They got broccoli in my ziploc. Tatted on my face, no rope. My last for kid box. Got it on my waist. Let that shit rock.
That's an outside kind of line through that gap right there. Raptor's a good door to hit if you like that wide shit. That's for sure. Because he has to be one of the best leads in here right now. And most of us hit the nose on that inside and then take it out to Kermit. He goes deep on that rail every time, which is nice. All right, Evan Williams, if you can't dodge me, your ass would have been sliding off the goddamn track right here. Had to bounce right quick. Ooh, there are some ping problems with you, sir. Oh, you're just on controller. All right, I was like, how the fuck you doing this little side-to-side rock? Like your G's are going haywire. As they are. Here we go. You want a challenging door, getting somebody on controller up in this bitch. Somehow they smooth enough to stay behind though. With that wiggle right there. You get within inches of a motherfucker. There's gonna be some violence from him under your door, you know what I'm saying? He's attacking your door from the front. Woo! Good God. If I would have throttled that bitch to get my ass out, good God, we would have murdered that motherfucker into that rail. Whoa! Careful now. Who that is back there? Weren't you on the wrong tires? Yeah, you on the wrong tires. Mm-hmm. She sounds so nice. Oh, God. That doesn't make something digital sound so fucking sexy.
Cook that shit up, Quay.
That bitch be purring at you. Where are my regulars at? I was like, I can't believe that much speed. Not and stay sideways. Not the way that I chucked that bitch. I was like, they would have to beam through that corner to make it away from me. Oh, I thought I was about to do it again. Somebody's on some C's. I wonder what tires Bumblebee is on because they're able to fly through here once they straighten up. Oh shit, my bad. I thought he died. He came back on my tail. I was like, oh, who are you? Jesus! I made it to the corner! Homeboy whipped a lot of G's on that bitch right at the end. Oh, god damn, we are welded to that bitch. We gotta reheat some tires. We should be hot again after this lap.
Shit make a difference in me and you. You was supposed to be here, man. Nigga, I wasn't supposed to be in this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Give all the glory to God and hard work. You niggas gotta respect this shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm straight from it. Up front likes to whip it into the hairpins.
welcome to the stream.
Everybody staring too hard. They didn't really think I was a star. Then I put the ground with the odds. How did I get right here? Met this on chandelier. Made me wanna drop some tears. Thank God that I switched gears. From another light year, I'm a marshal. Some third of a dream just partial. I'm the sergeant, the captain, the marshal. Like a bar with too much potion. Too fast, everything is slow motion. If you cash and my money keep grossing. Had a bottle of champagne, we toasted. Suicide doors on the group when they noticed. They didn't believe in me. Check the stats, number one, you see. I bet my haters can't breathe. Niggas don't even compare to me. Street niggas, yeah, we ready, unique. We can fuck about a pair, by the three. Chopper sounding like a
Jay-Z has some fucking 45s on at least. That motherfucker is fast, but he can control him because he ain't killing Quad up there. Quad is definitely on 225.
nigga, go back to your fam when you're dead wrong. Next, my dog dead and gone. I can hear his voice telling me don't go alone. Yeah, the money can't fix that. Dirty money had to rent that. I try my hardest not to look back. Not too long ago, a nigga would've took that. Before my niggas had to cook that. Then another trap car with the right rap. Yeah, ain't no coming back. How I made it up the jungle, yo, without scratch. Where I'm at.
Where I go? How did I get here?
Walk around with a smooth feel. I found the south, had to go good. Remember doing things in Mobile. Go and get me in this road kid. Where you never see the sunrise. Top five, I got that high. We were living up a college bar. Midnight, got the gunfire. Playing football in one car. Push a car, put your mama through the fire. Story of my life. Way before I ever did a rhyme. Have you ever done time? Looking at my kids through the blind. Finding mine. How you feeling when you're dying? The truth be told, it's funny when I let it go. In the mind of an old white man, that my soul. Baptized the first Baptist church, the pastor name was Reverend Johnson. Chastised the shirt, the match shoe, but had the front, it never bothered him. Heard his power.
Almost like server lag. What the fuck? I got superstar dick for these bitches now. Oh my god, that server lag. Whoa! It's snatching me up now. Woo! We're at 58. That should be sitting at 52 fucking ping over there. So either we have somebody playing on Mars or something's wrong server side. A storm, something. Excuse me. I need a dance partner. Alright, that's one of the first times the music cutting off has made me fucking like damn near wash out in a while. But that was clearly what I felt happening. I was like, I haven't felt that feeling in a while. There's dead silence and I just kind of like hook it to one side and let it stay until something happens. Jocko, you need to go out, bud. Alright, take this time and to let Jocko out. Take a Riz nip. Then we'll get back out there and find us a beautiful ass door. Where Luck's at? Right? Alright, hopefully that camera doesn't die. We'll have to restart the stream.
you in class, that piece of better not be wasted. You eat it all. That TV better not be loud if you got it on. Them Jordans better not get dirty when I just bought them. Better not hear about you humping on Keisha's daughter. Better not hear you got caught up. I beat your ass, you better not run to your father. I beat your ass, you know my patience running thin. I got boo-boo payments to make. County buildings on my ass trying to take my food stamps away. I beat your ass if you tell them social workers he live here. I beat your ass if I beat your ass twice and you still here. 7 years old, think you run this house by yourself? Nigga, you gon' fear me if you don't fear no one else. If I can smoke fear away, I blow that motherfucker up. I'm high now. I'm high now. I'm high now. I'm high now. Life's a bitch, but the bed is to the side now.
I probably die anonymous, I probably die with promises, I probably die walking back home from the candy house. I probably die because these colors are standing out. I probably die because I ain't know the markets for snitching. I probably die at these house parties fucking with bitches. I probably die from witnesses leaving me false accused. I probably die from thinking that me and your hood was cool. Or maybe die from pressing the line, acting too extra. Or maybe die because these smokers are more than desperate. I probably die from one of these pets and blue badges. Body slamming, black and white paint, my bones snapping. Or maybe die from panic, or die from being too lax. Or die for waiting on it, die cause I'm moving too fast. I probably die trying to buy weed at the apartments. I probably die trying to defuse two homies arguing. I probably die cause that's what you do when you're 17. My worries in a hurry, I wish I controlled things.
If I can smoke fear away, I roll that motherfucker up.
Now,
When I was 27, I grew accustomed to more fear.
Motionless, what's up, homie?
Throughout the years, a newfound life made Harlem magnified. How many accolades do
You talking about me or personally?
the shock value of my success for both to me. All this money is God playing the joke.
I was like, shit, I just had to go see what's up with the dog.
Women that really see me as
Didn't take that long.
take it from me and leave me worse than I was before. At 27, my biggest fear was losing it all. Scared to spend money, had me sleeping from hard to hard. Scared
Get
to
your
go back
kibbles,
to
bud.
Section 8 with my mama stressing.
Then I'll let you out.
And I still won't buy me no Lexus. What is it advising somebody that's holding my phone?
What up, homie? Yeah, it's been a while.
I read a case about Rihanna's accountant and wonder how did the bad girl feel when she looked at them numbers? That type of shit'll make me flip out and just kill some, drill some, get ill and feel ratchets with a little some. My practice running from fear. Guess I had some good luck. At 27 years old, my biggest fear was being judged. How they look at me, reflect on myself. My
I need to fix this fucking shit.
my reputation will miss me. What they see from me was
Like,
down generation.
I've been putting it off so goddamn much because it's so minuscule. Like, this one fucking screw is the only reason I need a new set of Allen keys. And I'm like, I don't feel like making a trip into Harbor Freight for this one thing because whenever I go to Harbor Freight, I don't just walk the fuck out with one thing, okay? I'd have to put like fucking blinders on and be told exactly where I can find the fucking Allen keys. I'd have to send somebody else into that bitch, to be honest, to get the goddamn Allen keys if I'm walking out of that bitch with only Allen keys. Pass your GED. That's what's up. Where you working, bro?
damn.
Goddamn you, goddamn me, goddamn us, goddamn we, goddamn us all.
Oh my god, I'm taking this final rip. And then I'm stuck with pen until I fucking re-up. Which is a scary thought to me, alright? It's a scary thought. Because there's gonna be a moment where I want this CBD up in my motherfucking system and I'm gonna be like, ah, shit. Oh shit! See, I can hardly feel the benefits of this as if I were to save this for my fucking first of the day. All right, we gonna just save off. We're gonna hold off. We'll just put you down. All right, the temptation is great, but we know a worser fate. So we gonna sit here. I was gonna keep rhyming to that, then I was just like, let's not.
So just like you're chasing your own son, he's gonna chasing you because he loved you. So that's why we get chastised.
Alright, hold on. Yes, the devil is all around us, and that motherfucker seems to be reigning supreme on this planet right now. But we know this, man. Nobody gotta be feeling chastised right now. We having fun. Trippy. I like this Rodney Dangerfield shit.
Love, love is the answer, Johnny. Everyone's looking for love, deep love, a lifetime of deep love, you know. I'm looking for a shallow half hour, you know.
I'm looking for a shallow half hour, you know.
I never had luck with I'm no ladies' man, I know that, Johnny. I never got girls when I was a kid in show business either, you know. But one girl told me, come on over, there's nobody home. I went over, there was nobody home.
I went over, there was nobody home. Why do I feel like that happened to me at one point in my life? And I was just like, it kind of did. Like a chick said she was going to meet me somewhere, and then she didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? Like a stood up sense, but it was like at a party. So I'm like, she didn't really seem like a party type. I was shocked that she said she was going to be there. But then that whole night, I made sure not to be flirting with other women just in case she showed the fuck up. And I felt like I wasted my whole night. Because, I mean, there was this one girl that was like, she was eye-raping the shit out of me the whole night. And I was just like, yeah, well, you know, I got something in the works that I ain't trying to spoil. It ain't play out, though. See, that's the situation that I keep relating to that moment with Rodney Dangerfield. I was just like, oh, damn. Like, yeah, we've all been stood up in a sense. But in his case, I was just like, she's just fucking cock teasing you. It stood up like she lost her nerve and shit because she knew what it was gonna lead to, and then like that situation, I was like, damn. She's just being an ass. Like, what a bitch. I just work at a place a place called Jersey City. Basically just sell sports shit to old people. Jersey City. Now hold up. Isn't that what the fuck like the store is called, where it's usually in the mall, you know what I'm saying? Like every fucking mall has one of these. Name something. You know what I'm saying? Along them lines. But are you in that vintage fucking Jersey shop? Because that always seemed like a dope. I was like, if any store in the mall I was gonna work in, I thought that would be the one. And I was like, I get a discount on all that goddamn shit. I was like, but then I would go down online and spending my money on a bunch of jerseys and shit, and I didn't want to be that motherfucker. I was wearing motherfucking like college shirts and shit in high school. I was looking like Big Sexy in high school. Vintage Jersey store, yeah. Right? Like, that was my whole problem with being at that store. I knew, like, I would be addicted to buying shit from my own place of work. And I was like, that's too much temptation. That's where all my extra money would go. I'd be opening up my own fucking vintage jersey shop at some point just trying to recoup my funds. I was like, that's where that road leads. You become the motherfucker with the store. But yeah, those shops are always dope as fuck when I saw those at the mall. Like, I always stopped at those motherfuckers to see what's up. I bought all my hats or anything like that from those motherfuckers at the time. Yeah, there's like Hat World and all those motherfuckers and shit in the mall that took over that whole scene. But that was where I went to spend decent money on one of them fitted caps. Because they always had a dope ass fucking cap for the team I like. There was one that I wore like every fucking day my junior year in high school. I wore it so much that there was a dog that fucking like got into a scrap and motherfucking had my hat and it had this chew mark on it right above the fucking eye, like where I always wore it backwards and tilted to the side, and right where the fucking chew mark was right over my scar on my eye where the dog fucking tooth hit me. And it was just the most like that hat kind of had like this essence of my soul in it. Like I had a fucking, like I always wore my hat where that was lined up there, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I lined that up with the cut afterwards. That's how I always wore my hat. Then when that dog got a hold of it, he bit it right on the fucking edge of it, and it tore it, like frayed it. Right where the cut on my eye was, where the fucking Great Dane stuck his damn tooth. Don't pet Great Danes while they sleeping and shit. I was just chilling on the bed next to him. His ass fell asleep, and I fucking pet him. All of a sudden, he whipped his fucking head up and got his goddamn tooth stuck next to my eye. I was like, holy shit. The thing was, like, I felt him get stuck for a second, and I had to kind of push him away because he licked my fucking eyeball. Like, his tongue pressed up against my face and just kind of tried to push his face back with his tongue all up against my fucking eye. And I was just like, what the fuck was that? And I pushed up off him. I didn't know I was bleeding until my grandmother came upstairs. That was her dog, and holy shit. Her ass went super ghetto on me. I didn't go to the hospital or anything. She took a fucking piece of tape to my forehead, right? There's like this fucking marble-sized hole in my fucking face right here of skin, like just a hole showing my skull. And I didn't notice the motherfucker. She tapes my forehead to my cheek with a bunch of fucking, like, I forgot what the fuck it was in between, like cotton swabs or some kind of fucking medical, like, cushion or some shit. The only thing I was concerned with was how she taped my fucking forehead to my cheek, and that's the only fucking, like, seal I had on that hole on my face. Like, motherfucker, like, and you'd be surprised the fucking scar ain't that bad. You're like, shit, homie, it looks like you had that stitched up. That was the most unorthodox shit I've ever seen in my life. And it's almost like she didn't want to take me to the hospital because then my parents wouldn't let her babysit me or some shit. Like, I'm thinking about why didn't she take a nigga to the hospital? Like, I was mad young when that shit happened. Maybe 6, 7 years old or some shit. So I didn't really think about why I didn't go to the hospital until I'm just like, that was my grandmother. She probably wouldn't try to have my parents freaking out about that shit. For some reason, I was staying with her for a little while. Maybe she thought she could explain it better if I didn't go there and get stitches and shit. She had time to work it out, but... But me and that hat, though, you know what I'm saying? It got fucking attacked by a dog, and it had a scar right where that fucking shit sat on my eye. And I was like, God damn. So I never bought another hat after that. Like, another fucking fitted cap. That was my one. It was like this navy blue and gray Yankee cap. And the bitch was like, mad fly. It was alternating colors like that. Like navy blue then gray on each one of the motherfucking sides. It was a fly ass cap. And I missed that thing. I don't remember what happened. So I think it got fucking like washed or some shit. And it just lost its shape. Because at some point, yeah, I washed it because I had too much sweat up in the bitch. And then it just looked all crazy coming out the motherfucking wash like that. And I was like, oh. The death of my hat. It's not like you can iron that bitch back out. And if you could, I wasn't about to try that bitch with that canvas. I was like, she served me well. Alright. let it die. That seemed like the perfect moment for it. My style fucking evolved from that. It's like I remember I bought that hat from one of those shops, and then like Hat World and shit was the new shit to buy a hat from, and I can't remember like what I bought from them. I bought something, but it wasn't a normal fucking fitted cap. Like a bucket, maybe? I was like, what the fuck was I wearing at that time that I actually bought something from Hat World? Because I remember I paid for something at that mall. That's why I can remember that mall at all. I never fucking been to that bitch other than that one time, and I went to Hat World. It was a black hat that I had that got stolen. I think that might have been it. I was like, where did I get that black hat? That's what I can't fucking recall, and I can't recall what the fuck I bought from Hat World. So, yeah. Wasn't really stolen. Just bitches just reappropriate your shit. Alright, like she likes your hat so much that she wants a little memento of you, and she decides to fucking keep that hat. And you're like, bitch, just I love that hat. Why'd you? Of all the shit you could have took. My lid? Alright. They take your shirt and shit. You got a billion motherfucking shirts. But your hat, alright, that's a special fucking thing right there. Had a dreadlock cap taken and a fucking black cap. That shit was a Raiders cap. Damn! Alright, let me stop thinking about hats and shit. The music's gone. All I'm thinking about is hats of my past and shit, my previous experiences, a dog that stuck his tooth in my fucking face. That has to be the worst facial scar I've gotten, though. No fight that I've ever been in has left me in a worse scar, like nothing. That's the only one that shows permanence because I think I had it fucking closed up so poorly. It actually shows a scar there, pretty bad, but I mean it's fused together, so you're like somehow them two pieces of my face remet. Purple and neon green, Blue Jays. Ooh. Right, that's what I'm saying. It's always a bitch that couldn't possibly understand what the value of that hat was to you, but the only value of that hat to her is that it was your hat. Like, I feel you, bro. That's exactly what my problem was with it. I was like, I usually don't have a problem with this shit, but she doesn't know how much that hat meant to me. And the fact that she has it now is just like it's like its soul has been robbed from it. Like I said, that one fucking cat, that had a soul in itself. It was like, I'm gonna match your fucking struggles and shit, dog. It had so much of my sweat and vibrations in it, the bitch went and got scarred like me. I was like, oh my goodness. Right? See, I feel like I was more mad about my dreadlock cap when it happened though, because that dreadlock cap had this bill on it and shit that I love. It was just the perfect dreadlock cap for my hair. That's why she loved it so much. It just made my fucking hair look so damn good. Right? Made me look so damn good. And she fucking took that shit, was just rocking it the whole night. And I was like, God damn, you look ridiculous, guy. Like, just this empty fucking cap. It made me realize how much hair I had compared to her. I was like, stop that. Stop that. Oh my God. Ping 109. Holy fuck. The server's getting bombarded with some shit. Who playing on Mars? ping. Let's see what the numbers are up in here. It doesn't say we got any Martians, man. That must be server side. Oh, there we go. 58. She just had to get settled into this new rotation. I guess it takes about a minute to do that.
I'm biking downhill and it sound like a fishing rod. Savage bike. From cold water to the shawl, alcoholic where I handle the ball. This a PK.
Oh my God! All right. We gonna get the camera back on. I forgot I ain't taking a rip, so I didn't really need to keep this off.
Stop, okay. Nobody fucking with me.
Nobody can prove what I got in the pen. I rip a bong in here. People are gonna kind of know what the hell that is.
I don't care, big Willie style, yeah, nigga. One wheel, I fishtail down.
We fishtail downhill.
Slater asked my date.
I mean, it's a little more controlled than a fishtail. Am I? Would you still call it fishtailing? Hey. I mean, a fish is in control of that tail, so is the metaphor that off? Whipping the tail. I mean, that's one long sweep of the tail right there, you know what I'm saying? That's a fluid ass fish. Alright, I knew little Jocko was gonna have to motherfucking go out. Right as I put the camera on though. You finished his food? Shit. I hear you, Jocko. Alright, let me let little homie go drain the bladder and shit. Alright, now I could put the fucking camera back on and risk that bitch fucking up. Or I could just drive for a few minutes until he needs to come back in, but I'm feeling like taking the risk. What song should we put on?
You wanna come out here?
In New York, I merely rock. Hiding in my socks. Running from a op. And I shoot at op. What? And I'm on the block. What?
And I'm on the block.
In New York, I merely rock. Hiding in my sock. Hiding in my sock. Selling every rock. In New York, I merely rock. Hiding in my sock. Uses every rock. Running from the cop. Shooting at the op. Shooting at the op. Cause I run it rock. Give me top. In my drop top. I did over flop. When I drop. I did over flop. When I drop. I did over
was wondering how I didn't hit him right there. He has got some fast fucking tires on. I was like, now there's no way you should have been able to match my speed right there. I went all out to catch your door. Meaning you had to be fucking perfect at putting that bitch at its extreme to meet me right there without getting hit. And I was like, Where I knew I made a mistake. I was like, how did I not fucketh your door up? That's some grip he got. Love how he had to fucking like brake hard enough to create chirp in his fucking tires and shit right as that skirt fucking happened in the song. Oh my god. Somebody in here knows how to drive. Hey, welcome to the Stray Lucas. Then we got Zell up in this bitch. All right. Ooh. Damn! I fucking love how this engine sounds to some fucking hip hop. Fucking rap music and cars with straight cut gears and VQs. Uh-oh, Jocko needs to come back in. I hear you, bud.
Streams, getting they plays from machines. I can see behind the smoke and mirrors, niggas ain't really big as they seem. I never say anything, everybody got their thing. Some niggas make millions, other niggas make memes. I'm on a money routine, I don't want smoke, I want cream. I don't want no more comparisons, this is a marathon. And I'm aware I've been playing
All right.
He call it a lie. I open my book and I jot. Paper to Kashi, they wanting to rap.
Back in the saddle for good. Little homies taken care of.
If it was worth it or not. I pray for my kill cause they fucked up the shot. Just want you to know that you got it, my nigga. Though I never met you, I know that you special and that.
Oh my goodness.
Dennis Smith Jr., stay solid, my nigga.
I decided on saving that greenery till the morning, but I want to smoke it sober.
I got a plan. They say the success is the greater revenge. Tell all your friends. Call on a mission, submitting the spot is the greatest. They did it before it all ends, nigga. How much money you got? A lot. How many problems you got? A lot. How many people done doubted you? A lot. Left you out to rot? A lot. How many pray that you flop? A lot. How many lawyers you got? A lot. How many times you got shot? A lot. How many niggas you shot? A lot. How many times did you ride? A lot. How many niggas done died? A lot. How many times did you cheat? A lot. How many times did you lie? A lot. How many times did she leave? A lot. How many times did she cry? A lot. How many chances she done gave you? Fuck around with these thighs. Take a dive.
Alright, we got the pen though, it'll suffice.
Shoot my shot. DM I slide. Yeah, I slide. She in front, but she used to be my side. We take selfies now, I used to in her life. But for the fame, plan B was robbing banks. Be a married man right now, I just can't. All the love they gave me knew that it was fake. Mama loved me so much, either way I'm straight. I done seen so many handshakes turn to hate. See so many BFs turn SNAK. Death before this sun, I tatted on my face.
Ooh,
When that checkup should have been with Chase. Started the bottom of the kitchen, so I had to go a little harder.
who that is? What up, homie? Oh shit. I didn't get my headlights on. I was like, what the fuck is so dark about this bitch? We need somebody. There we go. Controller drifts. Woo! Kissing rails out here. Gucci. All the O's in my bank account. Transition to a Lamborghini, or from a to a Lamborghini from a Mustang. I was like, get me through this. That fucking line happened in a Daigo Saito motherfucking Von Gittin Jr. video. I was like, we've had a transition from a Lamborghini to a Mustang as a community. Show drifting. Goddamn. I could get into that shit more than I could get into actual competition drifting these days. Except fuck doing everything in multiple takes and shit. We just have one take All the cameras set up. We just got to murder that bitch in one go. On a virgin ass road so that you know that I motherfucking haven't practiced my line on the bitch. None of that Gymkhana shit where we see goddamn marks on the bitch like, which take was this, alright? I want that raw first fucking one go shit. No matter how ugly she gets, I want to see what that footage was like. Because that's raw instinct there. No methodical shit. Give up flying. Hold up. Cords and shit getting snagged up. I mean, if I put my dreads on that. I should try drifting first. Let me ask you a question. Do you drive in real life? Love of lasers. Do you do this RL? But when we have limited vision in that and it gives us that depth, we also have G-force. Because this is some psychology, Sigmund Freud ass shit I need to start taking account for. Who are the ones asking me for first person? I feel like y'all don't drive in real life. Sorry if you feel like I'm calling you out or some shit and you don't want to answer me, but I need that answer just for fucking scientific research, if you will. I need to know why some of you don't like seeing shit. You like this sense of there's a little bit of what drifting actually looks like to you or some shit. I'm like, that's not what drifting is about for me. It's the risk, it's the motherfucking feeling I get, the danger, I have $3,000 at least being thrown at a motherfucking curb, you know what I'm saying? And I might not get out of that bitch okay. There's the real excitement of driving. But having that limited vision, that adds to that only when there's real risk. When there's no real risk and shit, that limited vision just gets annoying. Like, I wish I could see so much shit that I can't see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I could see my own drifts, which is why I drive in third person now. Like, why be so talented at some shit if I can't see it, you know what I'm saying? Because, look, I went to this view to let someone know the difference. Like, I don't even got this saved as a view anymore. Mainly because it's boring. Like, you can't tell where my car is really at. You don't know what my line's looking at, what my angle looks like. All you're here for is the fact that it looks realistic. It looks like we're actually in a car driving right now. And that's minor as fuck to somebody that does this RL. You know what I'm saying? A real life driver is going to be sitting there saying that this does absolutely nothing for my excitement levels. Like, it does nothing for the relativity of how it feels and looks on a road. It's all shit that you don't really pay attention to. G-force is an extreme factor that people don't understand because it's not here. We have to learn a whole different way of reading our instincts and shit. Because G-force is the main way you drive in real, like, you're going to be driving in a real car. Where this is the only view you'll ever have. G-force is what's guiding you through a corner. It's what allows you to know how much weight you're shifting around, what your car's gonna do at what times and shit. And we have to somehow figure out what that G-force is through feeling the road in our wheels and knowing the tug of the road in this wheel. That's how we know what our G's are and what we're feeling like. But otherwise, that training wheel that's there that makes you disregard all this kind of shit, like what you're looking at and shit, that survival instinct, that training wheel isn't there anymore. Because it's not there, this view gets very fucking old for me real fast, because that's the main thing I'm missing from a realistic driving experience is G-force. Like this does nothing for immersion or realism for me. I know in the feeling of the wheel, me controlling this wheel, where I could see the sexiness of my line and shit, it's the same practice that I'm getting when I'm in first person. Even more so because I understand the dimensions of the motherfucking car, and I'll try ballsier shit than I would if I was in first person. So I'm getting ridiculous control practice and shit when I'm in third person, compared to first person where I'd slack off, I'd ease up, I'd do some shit that wasn't exactly perfect. But in a real car, you're going to be sitting there knowing exactly where you are. The G-force, all that is a training wheel that basically guides your instincts into place. When you want something to happen, you drive your will towards some shit, G-force will fucking put you in the right spot when it comes to real drifting. But this shit here, I'd rather be able to see it than fucking think about what it's like. It almost makes me miss G-force even more, you know what I'm saying? But drifting's a spectator sport, and the fact that we just saw that I got within inches of that rail, that wouldn't have happened in motherfucking first person. Like that tap right there, you would have seen the little rock and shit, but you wouldn't know that we just tapped that rail on that motherfucking crest like that. But yeah, it's all about what I get to see and what I get to enjoy while we're looking at third person here. But I could definitely understand that itch for people that don't drive in real life. Like I'm starting to see that. Like if you can't afford to drift or whatever the reason is, just no drifting in your area, but you're fascinated by it. I see a ton of those types of people, and it seems like they're the ones that want me to show them my skill in first person. Like they want to learn something from it. You know what I'm saying? That would make sense to me because like they're inexperienced. They think that seeing me complete these lines and shit, get on a door the way that I get on a door, and then be in first person, that could be educational to somebody that doesn't do this shit. What it looks like in first person, but all that lost its allure to me a long time ago. Like once you get a certain level of experience, needing that information doesn't become such a thing anymore, and I feel like that's the barrier. Like paintball, it's a lot easier to learn what I'm doing from a first person perspective and why I'm doing it from a first person perspective than to watch it third person. Even though paintball's a spectator sport, it's gunplay, so it's always going to look good to watch. You know what I'm saying? That's why we love war movies. That's why we love every kind of display of gunplay. Okay, this shit looks badass from a spectator's like perspective, but from a first-person perspective is where you learn things. I feel like that's the difference between the two. Like people that are learning how to play paintball enjoy my videos more than people that have necessarily played paintball for years and they kind of just want to see it. Like see the flow of a move and shit like that. Bro, I can't even watch other people's first person footage and shit at this point because I just critique it. I critique my own footage. That's the worst part, is looking at some of my old videos. Oh my God. They got kind of painful that I even posted some of them and shit. I was just like, God damn, I was lackadaisical about shit. But then it got like that toward the end of my motherfucking paintball career because I just stopped giving a fuck about the sport, and I got to see that too. Like, when I noticed that to go on in paintball, my team started, we realized the dark fucking end of paintball, that cheating is somewhat instilled into the fabric of it for the higher ends of it. They do anything to win, and when you have a sponsor that expects you to win that year, they have the gun that's making all the money. They don't like, your ass will get your fucking application pulled. You don't win that shit for them. That type shit. Like, if you can't do what it takes to get that W to keep the fucking sales running the way that they're supposed to be going, you get replaced, and you get trained to cheat, basically. That's the dark shit that I learned. And it's hard to deal with when you feel like you're gonna change the game and you're gonna be the one respectable motherfucking legendary player and shit. Like you're gonna be the next Ollie Lang. Ollie Lang, I don't know if that motherfucker's ever been known for cheating because he was just so goddamn icy. And when he gets shot the fuck out, he gets shot the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're that good of a player, when someone gets a kill on you, it's okay to fucking die. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have an embarrassment factor when you die, when you're that legendary. People know that someone must have had an icy ass shot on you to kill your ass. You've proven yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I developed that kind of fucking like legendary status in a local sense. And all of a sudden, as my team started getting up in the divisions, we had people consulting on our team that made up into the higher shits. And even my team captain, because he played a higher division like that, guided us into practicing cheating. Practicing getting hit and not flinching and shit. Staying out in a lane to make sure that we got the kill on somebody, even though paint's coming in on us. Reading the paint to know what's going to be the lethal shot. Taking that lethal shot, getting your kill, and then dealing with the fact that you're hit now. All of that kind of training and shit we started practicing, and I was like, that was the last straw for it. I started fucking like flaking on the shit, and then everyone else just was like, fuck it. If Dozer's done, we're done. I was like, my fucking captain that basically introduced that whole theory and shit moved to Florida because of some family shit that went on. The whole team just kind of fucking died that season. And it was a shame because that was a fucking world-renowned goddamn scenario team, and they didn't want to get into speedball for those exact reasons. They're like, because our name, as prestigious as it is going to get run through the fucking mud if we get up there in them divisions. I didn't understand that when I just started. All I knew was we were fucking hot shit, and I wanted to join a speedball team. I was like, shit, if we don't have one for me to play with SSK, I'm going to go join one. And they didn't want that shit, so they goddamn like said, all right, finally, we're just going to make an SSK team. If Dozer wants to fucking bring half our players to play some speedball, we're at least going to put their fucking name on his back. That's basically the decision that they made. And then, like, I understand it now. I understand why Tug didn't want any of that shit, but Tug wasn't there. Tug got removed from the team, and I think that's why we got the speedball team and shit. He got kicked off over some scenario shit that happened at a fucking event, which is really fucked up. It was what was really fucked up about it was me and my brothers, we were all taken onto the team, recruited by Tug, so he was the captain of the team at that time, and he had our fucking loyalty. And all of a sudden, here comes the co-captain just usurping a motherfucker because he got a little hot-headed at an event because somebody was overshooting people, and we took it upon ourselves to get mad at the motherfucker. I was like, so Tug does some damn near ultra-friendly shit for somebody. Like, some players are being douchebags and overshooting people that are calling themselves out, and Tug makes it his fucking job to go over there and tell them how they're fucking up. And because we're at a fucking high-end field, like one of these fields that makes it into magazines, they in video games type shit, like they're well-known worldwide for how nice their field is to play at. Because we're there, everyone just disregards what really happened, and because it was a fucking like there was an argument between how Tug handled it, because apparently the players had something to do with that home field. That was their home field, and they thought that they had leeway and shit. Yet we travel all over the fucking country and we do scenarios and shit, so we know good player conduct when we see it. Like, we know how to regulate the shit because we run a field ourselves and shit. Like, it was... I saw no negative in what Tug did. Maybe he was a little fucking authoritative and fucking feral about this shit because we men out there and we got testosterone, and let's be real, it's gunplay, alright? We out there shooting each other and shit. Whether it hurts to some people or not, that's the fucking end of the day. What we are doing is combat. Simulated fucking combat. And because of that, we get hype, we get testosterone. You're going to see two warriors fucking butt heads. Let the fucking warriors butt heads. As long as nobody bleeding and dead at the end of the day, or dead at the end of the day, I should say, we should be good. My captain shouldn't be getting fucking usurped from a team because that was embarrassing for the the fucked up thing was, the fucking co-captain was the PR motherfucker, so he's the one that goes around shaking hands, kissing asses and shit, making sure that everybody on the motherfucking team is looked at like we're the holy fucking saints in the industry. Now, granted, he was the one that made it, got us on magazine covers and shit too. It was his connections that got us to shine like that. So I'm like, it is what it is at the end of the motherfucking day. I wish Tug would have fought a little bit more, and I wish we would have been a part of that shit. But because I didn't go to that event, I didn't know what happened, and all this shit happened like behind my back within 2 weeks. Because I didn't go to the event, I didn't know there was drama that popped off, so I wasn't looking at the forums and shit, like the team forums, why the fuck there was this issue going on until it was too late. Till they basically kicked Tug off the fucking team and usurped his captain and this shit. I was like, motherfucking, like, I didn't even know this was happening, and now I got to deal with the aftermath. And it was so fucked up because it seemed like this power move, you know what I'm saying? Like the co-captain, that was the PR motherfucker, just wanted that captainship so that he's looked at like the motherfucker leading our team in the industry. It ain't Tug anymore. And I was like, God damn, like, Tug was trusted that fucking team by the founders, and they just kicked him out. I was like, I don't even think the founders were that cool with Andy, like the captain that did this shit, the co-captain. I don't even think they were that cool with them. I don't know what their relationship was like with him, but I know Tug was one of the OGs, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was a part of that squad of motherfuckers that knew the founder. So you didn't goddamn just kick him off the team without good reason. And when the founder came back, it was the craziest shit. Like we had this weird vibe where he didn't even want to come back to his own team because of the shit that happened with Tug. And I was like, God damn, like, what's happening here? My whole legacy got tied to it. My whole family's on the fucking last NPPL fucking World Cup magazine cover and shit. Like we got ties to that team so hard. The industry knew us as being SSK. Like, any kind of me dropping them for someone else, everyone would know. All the pros that I ever met, they'd know that I just kind of like shifted gears on some people that relied on me for what? Like, it wouldn't have made sense to them, you know what I'm saying, joining some fucking lower end team, a less prestigious team than the one that I was on, just because of some bullshit, or me thinking I could go further with somebody else. But some seriously stupid drama popped off with them. Well, yeah. Let's stop with that personal shit. How did I even get on that shit? I'm mad passionate about my fucking paintball career, and it just kind of fizzed out too goddamn early. Like, where everybody has expectations for you, and even you got expectations, like you're gonna be the next GOAT motherfucker up in here, but then all of a sudden your whole vision of the sport gets crushed. The whole illusion I built for myself, where that was gonna be a sport where I could have like honor on my name and shit and be proud of it. At the very top, they aren't proud of themselves for what they did to get that victory. The motherfuckers that cheat for their victory, they ain't no way they feel pride. It's the craziest thing. When I'm driving with somebody on controller, I should be smashing into them way more and way more harsh than I fucking did right there. But because they're so dynamic, it keeps me on my toes more than somebody driving with the wheel where I expect you to do something now. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do in the next fucking second. I keep myself as icy as possible. I'll be fucking reacting to him and shit within a split second because I expect it. But if there's somebody where I know they're driving on wheel, for some reason I get lackadaisical with it and I trust them. And trust is not something you can do on this fucking server unless you know that other driver. Like me and Lux, that's trust right there. You want to see some trust doors? That's me throwing this car up on that door knowing it's going to be out of my way in time. I just know it. See, but like moments like that where I'm just like, ooh-wee. Just because I made it through that little swing with more momentum doesn't mean everybody in front of me is. Dynamic read time. See, now this is somebody with a wheel. Very accurate and direct with what he's trying to do to catch the fuck up, and I can see it. Like methodical almost. So then if I try trusting him, I gotta know what he's doing ahead of time. Like, I gotta be as methodical about these bitches as he is for him catching up. Fixing my VR didn't have to push me off. Who was that? Homeboy that said he drifts in VR. Yeah, I drift in VR. Just I got a PS VR, so my shit's only gyroscopes. If I'm willing to invest in a Vive, yeah, you probably see me in here doing that shit just for the hell of it. But mainly you would see that when I look over the edge of a door, I'm actually looking over the edge of my door to see how close my car is. We could reach inside your shit and stuff the way I'm leaning. I do wish I could show y'all that, but spending motherfucking what, 600 to 500 to 600 on my Vive just to play a Seto, like that's without controllers or something, 600. Last time I checked. I mean, if I can get the whole fucking shit for around like 4 or 5, yeah, that'd probably be a good deal. I was just waiting for the bitch to get that low, you know what I'm saying? It's like a Blu-ray DVD player. When them bitches came out, they were stupid expensive. Now you can get one for $150. Like, a real nice one. It ain't even motherfucking nothing to get one. Bitches were $700, $800 when they came out. My favorite show. Made fun of that shit. Oh, one of my favorite shows, Reno 911. Look, the reason I had that reference so fucking close to my mind was because of that show. Michael Keegan Key's fucking part is the hypothetical criminal up on that bitch. Oh my god. Sullivan, what kind of tires are you on, Speed Demon? I gotta take a racing line and I can hardly keep up with your ass. On 225, you just a fast motherfucker, ain't you? Except for that. Uh-oh. Maybe he wasn't on 225. I couldn't tell from them corners that I watched if he was on 225. I was like, shit. Locks! Oh my god! The love of my life just showed up. Never been so fucking excited to hit that straight. Beautiful motherfucker, come here. Mwah. Hey! What the fuck is Ticketmaster doing on the other fucking page? What the fuck? General admission. 21 Savage. How the fuck did I get to a Ticket fucking master page for 21 Savage over here? Speaking of 21 Savage, we got somebody in here. It's a full server. It's a knife. Okay, shit's about to go crazy with them physics. Look at that shit. That's two cars spliced into each other right there. Motherfucker can't even drive. He's like, what the fuck is this shit? There it is. I was like, one of them is going to go flying away. Oh, goddamn. I was looking back. Lux, my bad. Lux just setting the pace. Oh shit, this lid is motherfucking on there tight. Lux! Hold up. I was trying to see what fucking song this was, and that was the wrong moment for it. I didn't even get the fucking name of it. It looks like Coo with a bunch of fucking like O's and an H. C-O-O-H. Is that what the fuck I'm seeing? Because that is not an English motherfucking word. So it ain't registering in my mind every time I glance at it. So I'm like, motherfucker, that might not be what I'm saying. I like the beat though, it's hard. Lux, you make me love a left foot break, alright? Like, you make me love it. What up? How you doing down there? Was that Cash? Oh, my bad, Lux, I murdered you. Hold up. I'm sorry. I love you. There's a guy stuck in the other car. Yeah, I was talking about that shit. I was just like, as soon as your motherfucking shit registers that you in that spot, somebody going ricocheting out of that situation. The physics didn't know what to do with you for a good like 20 seconds until somebody got a little bit of a vibration or some shit going. I was like, Humble was trying to take off and he wasn't going nowhere. I was like, Then you start clutch kicking or some shit. Try to load up the springs, clutch kick to drop the bitches all fast and shit. I got you. Oh my god, I murdered him. I was trying to stay on Lux's door and save him at the same time. But to stay on Lux's door, I kept rotating the motherfucker. And I was like, I should have like hit him, bounced off about a motherfucking couple of inches, and then just drove around the nose of him. You know what I'm saying? That would have been the save move. But my ass thought I could just push through the situation like a bulldozer and way to live up to the name. But that shit didn't make shit happen how I wanted it to. There was a certain level of finesse that a bulldozer wasn't ready to pull off right there. Oh God! Oh God! I didn't want to slow up. Oh, my bad. He flew past you. I thought he was gonna keep going. That motherfucker had to brake check for a second. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, Lux the kind of door you don't need a handbrake for. You know what I'm saying? I can sit here with this 40 in hand and be perfectly motherfucking content for 50 laps. Oh my God, I've never heard a remix of this beat. Ooh wee. I loved this song when it came out. Even though it seemed like the most demonically fucking summoning ass song I've ever heard in my life. Well, in our generation, that is, because motherfucker, we've heard some dark bitches in the past. But of this generation, this had to be one of the ones that I was like, ooh, motherfucker, you trying to summon demons. Who hurt you? I was like, Ariana Grande, what your ass do to him? Lux, I've been missing your door the last few days. I was getting used to you like a good relationship. Yes! Come here. Watch Watch it. Days turn into weeks with your ass, Lux. Yes. You thought I was gonna kill your ass on that corner. You didn't even know what to do after that. My bad, Lux. There was a bit of understeer, but I knew you can handle it. Oh my God. Woo! BMW tried to save me right there, but good God. That second tap was rough. That bitch done killed the engine. Couldn't get the clutch in time. Can't trust the hoe because they all lying. But when you go into it expecting that shit, you see that you got the upper fucking hand. And don't expect it in the way that you're going to call them out for it. Just understand that it's happening and motherfucking play your cards accordingly. And you'll see that gangster flow. You'll see that mind control. Where your slickness now has her attention more than any motherfucker that she fucking with. You just like, she's now convinced that you know and that you doing shit because you know behind her back. And now you done put the fucking tables on her ass kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? You could be this fucking like most loyal motherfucker in the world. Point is, she don't know. And she's always going to question what you're doing with that time. And why you ain't open with what you doing with your time. Like, she don't want to share, you don't got to share. It just speculate more than us. Thing is, they always give us a fucking reason to doubt them. We ain't even got to give them a reason to doubt us. And they'll fucking go all crazy and shit on you. Most of the times you suspect some shit with your bitch, you probably right. You know what I'm saying? But what you going to do about it? The fact that you're right means that you ain't playing the game well enough for her wild ass, alright? Young bitches ain't got nothing to lose. They just like, I can act proper and shit my old age. Like, girl, you got till 36 and then your kid's gonna be coming out with problems on the motherfucking higher end of probability, so you might want to get situated pretty quick. Not within your motherfucking 20s by any means. You can wait till 30 and find the right one. That's what I'm doing. I don't take any bitch serious that's in her 20s still. I'm just like, girl, you still got all kinds of shit to figure out about yourself. That girl that's right at 30 though, she right. That's if you want 2 kids. You somebody that wants like 9 and shit like that, you better give her some years to recuperate. You want to build your family lineage and shit, you gotta get a girl when she like 20 fucking 2 and then just start doing the do. Now, your relationship ain't gonna be the most motherfucking logical one. But, usually when people up in the shit like that, they just in it for other fucking reasons. Oh my God. People that have more than 2, 3 kids and shit, I'm just like, good God. It's like, at what point were they just like, we don't want to do all that crazy shit again? Put them through diapers, through fucking school, all that shit, like, all the fucking nights that you don't get to sleep right after that little nigga is born and he just don't understand etiquette. Alright, like, woo! Doing that bitch 9 times in a row, that's gotta be some shit. That takes a special kind of mind right there to even do some shit like that. Lux, what you doing down there? Come here. I drink like this and I smoke like this. Yes, Lux. We got 2 hands for you now. Let's get surgical with it. Come here. Woo! Need to borrow your fucking fender for a second. That got violent.
What's going on? You're watching Hip Hop Avenue TV.
Yes! Come here! All right, getting carried away. Let's not no hands in a moment of transition. Woo! There we go. Come here. Come here. Bugs! I love your door. Like, people can't appreciate what happened down that goddamn power alley like I can. But I would marry that flow. Oh my God, the front of their wheel was rubbing up against the front of my car. Or their front wheel was grinding up against the fucking front bumper right there. I was like, oh God damn, that's an alien feeling. But they did it so smooth I didn't have to slow down. I was like, alright. I wonder what that felt like for Lux, because I hardly had to fight there, meaning they probably did a lot of the fighting. That rubber to fucking goddamn what? Plastic contact. It's not like they could goddamn do plastic, but it's just a hard fucking wall basically. But I wonder how slick that wall is when it comes to a fucking tire hitting it. I mean, I know it's pretty slick because I can get up there and write shit on their door, but they bounce off my fucking wheel more than anything. When I can get a graze on it, it does feel like it's almost negligent. Like a greasy ass door, you know what I'm saying? Where I could feel it, but it feels like it just brushed it and slipped by real easy. There was no real friction on the bitch, you know what I'm saying? Just impact and a glide. Good God, that tap got technical as fuck. I love how Lux could just roll with technical punches, though. Like, that shit is amazing to me. Y'all don't understand how many times I should have killed Lux, but Lux just got the iciest motherfucking skills to catch some shit. Like, emergencies like this where shit just goes crazy wrong. Sometimes I'll tap Lux in a way that's just unmotherfucking survivable in my eyes, but they just got ice. When they connected to my brain, it's like they saw the shit coming. I swear to God, Lux supposed to be in third person because they could just see my car pulling up on them like too quick, and then they're like, oh shit, brace. Pour on the ice. Because if that timing is just that goddamn reactionary, like that icy on an instinct level, good fucking God. Now, I do believe that Lux has instincts like that though, so I'm like, either way, it could be happening. The more human response, right, would be the fucking former. Now the latter would be Lux's fucking iciness and why the fuck we all love it with, like, love driving with them so much. Their flow. That superhuman flow. Like, no matter what their angle is, somehow they keep that pace. Like they got a fucking mental pace meter or some shit. Like they could just see it as green, yellow, and red like I do. Fucking moments and drifts. Like somehow I can color coordinate in my mind like I was on some fucking peyote. I can feel the color if I can survive some shit. If it's yellow, it's something that I'm gonna have to put a lot of my ice into like that to get through. Green means that I'm going to be able to do it damn near in my sleep, and red means I am going to die. Like, the car is going to die from this. The best I can do is come out of this bitch where I got the nose facing forward in the road, and we still got somewhat control coming out of a spin or some shit. Play the bounce, if you will. You know what I'm saying? A red becomes a play the fucking bounce moment real quick. But I can, like, somehow sense a green, yellow, and red as my zones, like this scale of possibility, and it'll fall within that scale in one of those zones. And there's a fucking gray area, if you will, between each one, you know what I'm saying? The yellow to greens, where I'm pretty damn sure I got that shit, but there's a little bit of wizardry involved. And then the yellow to reds, where I am pretty damn sure we are gonna die, but I somehow pull that shit out of my ass. Like, just the ace when we need one. Oh my God. But I feel like Lux has that kind of flow when it comes to consistency, like speed. They just naturally have some kind of radar for that, some kind of scale for it, where the sweet spot is. Anyways, enough drift theory. Let's fuck up a door, yeah? But I could talk about something so goddamn technical and stay on a door, you know that your lead has got some fucking fire, though. I got you. Woo! It is fucking rare that I get to save you from a rail. That shit felt good. Come here. Yeah. It's that flow. I can trust it every... Oh, my God. Time. I thought he was going to disappear for some reason. I gave him that much time. I was just like, yeah, that's enough time to go, like, escape, scroll down to fucking to the pits and shit. Like, I was doing it in my mind and shit. If I was the motherfucker pinned up against the wall, I was like, yeah, he'll disappear. Time, we got that. Hell no, he's trying to keep them tires hot like I would. I don't even blame you, homie. He stayed still. He followed the cardinal rule of letting people pass. I don't know why I expected him to go to the pits. Coffee break, Lux? With your beautiful ass door.
I ain't did it, nigga, but the brisket remix. Chopper start spin the nigga, he gon'
Uh-oh.
split. Nigga,
How the stream keep dying?
that was 1996. Ever since the day, them niggas trying me since. Goddamn, bro. Tell my nigga right.
Alright, hold on. Gotta take a piss.
He did. He still got a Southside Bound DJ 8. Nigga owed me a brick, that was 3 years ago. Seen him in the club, nigga shot him in the throat. Black Amigo scooter still raw amigo. And I still got a lot of shooters on the payroll. Hey, hold up, Scooter. I got shooters. You got shooters. Hey, man, well, get the dough, man. That fresh, man. You don't see him on the couch?
I need them, bro.
Yeah, let him in.
Hey, open the door, nigga. I need 50 of them pretty mids. This nigga at the store. He waiting right now. Gucci, is it a go? I hope it is, cause if it is, nigga, my shooters, they on go. Shoot on the scooter, bring them bows. He want 'em right now. He just came from way up the road. 10 millimeter with 30 shots. Make your fucking head explode.
I got a trap house mansion with some hardwood floors. Can't come in, I got burglar bar doors. Trap going crazy, but I got it under control. I just bust them open, fix them up, and move them out the door. Who this nigga in this Buick? Man, get Scooter on the phone. I'm like an NBA coach, cause I keep shooters at my home. All I know, I never seen a face in my life. Street smart, so I know this nigga ain't right. Pull up at my spot, cut your car off, hit your lights. Before you hit the show, you get robbed on sight. This is shooters in the house. This is shooters in the house. This a whole bunch of hoes.
The most confusing shit in the world to me is seeing LUC in here and then LUX the next day. And both of those mean Lux. Like, they don't change the name. They don't do anything. My server just decides to read those 3 fucking, like, initials or whatever the fuck it's doing right there. It decides to read them differently each time they're up on here. Fucks with me when that's the driver I want to drive with, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, did they leave? Where they go? Where my bitch? Oh my god. Did I smoke that shit? Did I smoke that shit? Hold up. Oh my god, I kinda did. When did I do that? After I let Jocko out? Is that why my drifting was so goddamn beast that last hour? Lux popped up on, alright? That's why my driving was so well. Where they at? There they are. Hey, you.
Mayweather got the money on us for the Mayweather. Put my head down in the main cheddar. You can't name a nigga I ain't made better. Boy, I'm better. Tap. William Riggle riding around in the candy rig. Robbing murders is better legal. What I'm doing is better legal. Yeah, you there, but they ready see you. You a group. Dedicated got me lit. Laying on the moon scoop. Let it go 'cause she was cool. Only credit for my move. Spielberg with no hustle nigga. Strike first, nigga, bust nigga. Nigga like a bust nigga. Anyway, you like a bust nigga. Roll it up, nigga. Champagne. Billboard like a campaign. Crack taking off the campaign. Fucking around and get a prezi on him. Ballin' out, going dizzy on him. Yeah, rich nigga dog, I'm a flaw, so you really getting on. Versace on truck, I need women, no balls on my dog, so they all coming for me. They all coming for me.
Why did I not smoke the rest of this with that shit? I don't know. So I was thinking of a moment like this where I'm like, I'd want the little scraps. Just that last hit was well enough, I guess. Like, this one's like 50% of what I would usually sit on at a small rip. Oh, no, we still got more in there. Hold up. Oh, shit. Okay, now that makes more sense. I was like, there's no way I left just that up in here. There's nothing strategic about that at all. I was like, where did my tactical fucking sense go with that shit? There we go. Now that looks right on par. See? I knew something was up. I just had to recheck the goddamn mason jar. Somehow a straggler fucking stayed in there on me when I flipped that over. Must have been so sticky that it fucking like outstuck its weight. Oh my god, where'd Lux go? I think I saw him. I think I saw him. They're gonna be coming around that bend right there. Or are they gonna be in the pits? There they are. Hey you! Figured you were getting some coffee or something. I love you, Lux. Hold on. Let me take this rip real quick. I don't know what my fucking light. Oh, there it is. Good vibes. I had one of the best squads ever, and then I was just like, I don't know if I was ever thinking about running train on a bitch with those niggas though. I think mainly because we all had our own girlfriends at that point. What can I say? Women love a motherfucker that's sliding and diving and shooting motherfuckers and shit. Those skills translate really well to a bedroom. Women find that shit out and then they just hold on to us while we paintball. Like to the point where I got exes and shit hitting me up and I haven't even played in about a year. I don't know if my core strength is exactly where it was when I was with them, but I know my fucking stamina is definitely there. It's not like the dick hasn't been getting play. It's just, am I still on that same fucking strength level, core-wise, that I was when I was fucking with her? I made that joke the last time she said something to me. Like, she's been hitting me up lately, talking about she wants to come over. I think she in a relationship too. That's the craziest shit is, there's a dilemma where I don't want to ask her because I know that she's in a relationship. The guy that she's with is mad nice. He probably has a decent job. He can afford to pay his half of the rent and shit. She moved into a nicer house than she was, like, an actual nicer place. She was in a townhouse before where, like, when I was fucking with her, like, the main thought that we had was the other people's main bedroom, the master bedroom. If these houses are made basically exactly the same, so it's like a mirrored image of her townhouse on the other side, the master bedroom would technically be right up alongside the other wall over there. And it was just the most fucked up experience. Like, that headboard slapping that wall, and she would always comment on that shit. Like, she thought it was funny. I thought it was disturbing, because I don't know her fucking neighbors and shit. I don't know what they like and shit. She knew who the fuck they were. So maybe she was comfortable with saying that shit and joking with it, but it always made me feel extra weird that I absolutely knew because of how thin the wall was, and we can hear what they were doing on the other side, that they heard every fucking bit of me fucking her. And I was just like, oh my God, it's like a 6-hour fucking porno for them, all right? Like, me and that girl, that was some of the record sex that I had was her. That's why her hitting me back up, yeah, it's on my mind, is she could take my shit more than anyone in the past. Girls get sore, you know what I'm saying, from a dick that's as thick as mine, and yeah, she's a bit of a hoe, alright? Like, she's the one girl that I fucked with on a girlfriend level. Like, I was fucking with her every day. I'd answer her calls and shit when she wanted to fucking just gossip about shit happening with her. That kind of relationship, she was definitely like the hood rat. that I dealt with. But she was like so goddamn high class with it, you know what I'm saying? Like she had a nice ass job. She made way more money than me, and I was doing kind of like under the table shit at the time. So my money should have been straight compared to hers. But she had like this catering job where she was the catering manager and shit. And yeah, I fucked that job up with her because of the hours that we would fuck around and shit. But good God. I just felt proud to fuck with her. Even though it was basically just a sexual relationship, like we ain't even motherfucking like go out on serious dates and shit like that. Like I didn't take her to a movie or anything like that, or fucking go anywhere in public with her. She basically told me as she got off work that she was getting off work, and that meant I need to get in the car and head toward her house because we would get there around the same time. And I would just spend the fucking afternoon with her, and that's what that relationship was like. Like she got off work, wanted to just chill at her house, watch her like couple shows that she watched. There was one, Empire, I think it was, like about some music shit. Like she made me watch black shows that I usually don't watch. And as a half black motherfucker, it was funny as shit because she's Jamaican, so she was real into these shits that I just have no clue about. Like my ass will watch Black Sails before I watch one of them shits. You know what I'm saying? I watch a fucking show about pirate shit before I watch a show about the rap industry or some R&B industry, music shit, like BET ass bullshit. Like fuck all that. Oh man. I don't know. I'm half white though, so it ain't like I'm afraid to reach into that kind of shit and look back in my past at the more dope motherfuckers of my family's line history, like feel their essence more than others. I feel like, see, I have no Asian blood in me, but for some reason I have this fucking one shit with a samurai that I can't understand. And I'm like, on some fucking like, more than anything, I know I could have had gunslingers and shit and archers and shit all up in my family line. Like that's easy shit for that fucking time period. But what the fuck is up with me having ties to swordsmanship that feel like I had ties to Japanese swordsmanship? Like if all the now my ass is well motherfucking educated when it comes to cultural warfare. I love that shit. Deadliest Warrior was my shit until I found out that they had a racist ass agenda with that show, and you know what it was too. Alright? As soon as we saw a ninja versus a Spartan, I love Spartans, motherfucker, so don't tell me that I wouldn't be on the side of a Spartan if I could. The motherfucker should not be able to kill a ninja alone, though. And the fact that they did that whole goddamn simulated bullshit, and me and my brother joke about it to this day. I love how much me and my brother talk about that show. That shows how much of a warrior spirit me and him both got. Like, we both have this respect for certain things that tie in. I just love that I get that from that side of my family, because it ain't my father's side, which I don't know, where his father's side, I'm pretty sure it didn't come from that. Yes, he has a lot of military in his family, but it's new age naval military type shit, Marines military type shit, gunplay in a sense, but not the gunplay that we're talking about where you had to be lethal accurate with your one shot that you were given. You know what I'm saying? Like the warriors on my mother's side, the white side of my family, those motherfuckers came from a time period, like the woman that was in my family that was mad strong, the Native American woman that married the Irishman that came over. He was small compared to her, and she was basically, she owned her own, like, they ran an inn, and she was the bouncer for the inn. She was the cook and the bouncer for the shit. Now, how's your wife gonna be the bouncer? Because she was a fucking Hulk, alright? Like, that family gets the giant ass fucking warrior genetics from that, and I'm proud of that. So, I mean, that's fucking one of them, I should say, from that period of ice. Where I talk about ice where you have to be accurate with the one fucking shot you get. Paintball can be like that in a sense, but paintball was very fucking forgiving a while ago, where it dropped down to 10.5, and then people in the woods, you start wanting to challenge yourself to using pump guns and shit like that just to say, I can't shoot that many balls per second. I can't hit you with a damn LMG out here, basically. Because every single paintball marker, as light as they get, the reality of it is you're holding 200 rounds. 260 most likely, you know what I'm saying, if you got the motherfucking big ones like I did. 180 to 260 rounds is what them hoppers will hold on an average, like in that zone right there, I should say, is where they'll land. And motherfucking like, you understand that's a lot more bullets than you get in any magazine. I mean, you got a fucking round drum on that bitch on every marker that you've ever used, you know what I'm saying? So you can sit there and shoot for quite a while without reloading, where you have to factor in a reload with real guns real fucking well, and you can count those rounds real easy though when there's that few of them. When you go by paintball rounds, it's a different style of counting, I've noticed, where I trust in the weight and almost the sound of my marker. Like, I can hear the rounds feeding in and shit, and I can hear when there's a gap in there. Oh my God, where's Lux at? I'm driving talking about paintball, and I was so fascinated with that shit. Lux ain't even in there, are they? No! Did they even say bye? No! It's because I wasn't driving with them that they left. Lux, I'm sorry. You in here? No. Why? Whenever I talk about paintball, I get too into the shit. You know what I'm saying? Too damn passionate about that shit. I welded to this rail. We ain't getting off that bitch.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Training day.
You think you can do this shit? Jay!
Jay!
You think you can do this to me?
You think you can do this to me?
You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican.
Every motherfucker with some fucking spice in their life, a little bit of motherfucking flavor in you, has had a rant like this.
I'm the man up in this bitch. You'll never see the light of the fuck you think you fucking with. I'm the police. I run shit here.
Any of us with a slight fucking ego.
Yeah, you better walk away. Go on, walk away, cause I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Lux, where'd you go? I could cry right now if I could fucking muster the fucking emotions. I'm pretty sure my body would cry about the fact that I ain't got any Lux anymore. Is it because I was doing shit like that to him? Because I am pretty lit right now. I could have been like smashing Lux off the road and they were like, all right, you obviously too drunk for the situation. I was talking about some fucking lineage shit, so that took precedent over what the fuck was happening visually. I started having memories of what my fucking family members could have been looking like and shit, like in their lifestyles. The best fucking description I've ever had for like what I thought my great ancestor was like. The female, the Native American that married the Irishman. That one, I believe, was like what Ronda Rousey portrayed in the motherfucking, there was this one episode of Drunk History where Ronda Rousey was in the shit as a bartender type shit. Like she owned a pub back in that era. Like, and she was just that kind of badass. And she was able to bit the ear off of the Sadie the Goat bitch. It was the Sadie the Goat story. I love that actress for fucking telling us that story the way she did, because that made me feel some kind of fucking like kinship with my ancestor right there. I was just like, she had to be that hard of a bitch back then, because you just had to be back then. Like, it was not a motherfucking nice time. It was not a motherfucking polite time. That people just fully understood you being a fucking hard ass and a straight up bitch to him, you know what I'm saying? Like, in her sense, everybody was saying she is such a bitch, but she's in the right for it. Like, she got to deal with fuck shit every day. Hydra being able to take that fucking bounce off my bumper without fucking, like, correcting his steering. Like, he trusted what I was doing to him. That was incredible. I think he's on the wrong tires, so I don't know if we can drive with him. But goddamn, the way that he read that fucking bounce and didn't move his tires until my impact happened. He was like, all right, that impact's going to do this for me. Like, and he didn't change up and just let it happen. I was like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? That's like what Lux would do. They would just trust that I was going to tap him right. That time I did not try to tap him right. I didn't think they were going to wash out like that. I was like, oh shit. Who is this? I don't think I've ever heard this song before, but this bitch hard. Ooh wee. See, this is the kind of girl that would be at my motherfucking house rapping with us. Like, well, my apartment, I should say. It was an apartment that time. We in a house now, but we were in an apartment at the motherfucking time. When I was fucking around with women that used to fucking actually spit with us and shit. 19, 20 years old, 20 to 21 years old. Why did it have to be the girls that were like the sluttiest were like this though? Like they were the hardest bitches. They were the most like us niggas though, and they even fucked other bitches. So you're just like they were the only bi women in the crew were always the hardest girls. Like they were so hard that they wanted to manipulate women. Like they were shooting them dice just like every other motherfucker. It's like they learned our flow and that's how they talk to women and shit. And you're just like, goddamn, girl. And then you're up here copping feelings for her because she's acting like you, even when it comes to getting the women around you. And you just like, I just can't even. You ever like really fucking love that girl that you meet? She starts talking and using your fucking like catchphrases, if you will, like any term that you use for certain moments. She starts saying things like that, and for some reason it just like hits me right whenever I have a girl like that. Like it's on some other level shit that our fucking relationship just flows to. Even though there's no motherfucking like words to be exchanged or moments to create that vibe, it's just there. That vibe is just there because of that moment alone. Because of that, it's almost like an illusion because you're like, you have to think you're feeling that. But she doesn't know why you're feeling that. She ain't feeling that at the same time you feeling that. That's some fucking extra shit. But anyways, keeping all that shit in perspective when you deal with a beautiful woman is always a challenge in itself. Oh my God, I wish Lux would come back. I want that door so bad. I'm sorry that I got drunk and started talking about paintball. I was so excited when they showed up in the server. Because my ass went into full instinct mode. They just fucking tuned it. They always drop out of the server and go drive somewhere else as soon as I fucking stop driving with them. And I'm like, oh my God, no. No. It's like, I got you, SJ. Swerve, 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 swerve. We swerving. I wish I had a door that I was in love with up in here. Oh my God, he wasn't having that shit. I wanted to roll up in that shit so smooth and just pull a motherfucking 180 around them motherfuckers and just all fucking nice and smooth right behind them. But no, he wasn't having that shit. I was like, why does the shit that I methodically think out in my mind always get fucked by somebody else? That's why I go pure instincts most of the time. That's how Lux left. Because I went into pure fucking instinct mode, and then my ass started talking, and I know we weren't crashing and shit because somehow I was making it through corners. I mean, there might have been a couple of corrections I probably wouldn't even notice. Like, would I notice having to fucking get up off a rail and shit? I probably did. Oh my God. It's the only place that I can motherfucking see third person on my cars, where I get to watch myself drift, and then I get to sauce myself up and not feel guilty about it. Now I feel like at Tandemland, when I open up that fucking Pungo airfield, I'm gonna have some kind of secret fucking society ass group that's allowed to get drunk while we fucking drift out there, and you'll notice that we only drive with each other. I swear Pat Gooden's gonna motherfucking love that event. If we want a pro, that's the first one I would motherfucking invite for damn sure. Like, homeboy, you can get as lit as you want and get these doors, man. The more I fucking flow with that alcohol, the better I feel around a fucking bend on somebody's door. I'm just like, I give you the trust that you don't deserve type shit. And it just works out because you go with the flow of life at that point. It's like that episode of Always Sunny where Charlie was just saying yes to everything and it just worked the fuck out. Somehow he was just going with the flow and not manifesting shit but positivity. He went in there with only that shit in mind. That's the only outcome he's gonna fucking have. See, my ass always gives a 50-50 fucking approach to every situation because I got balance in mind on my damn core level. The only tattoo I ever really was like, I'm gonna die with at least that one. I would have been scattered with tattoos if homeboy didn't fucking get stabbed up by them screwdrivers that one night. That was fucked up. But yeah, he didn't really trust the homeboy that I was rolling with after that night because we were supposed to pick him up and this, like, why did he have to get fucked up by some gang initiation shit on that night? Like, man, like that's what's fucked up about his fucking neighborhood. He even knew it was gonna happen. Like that's why he was so adamant about us being there on time and like not making them wait for us and shit. And why I was so fucking like. The only reason he got fucked up that night was because homeboy's girlfriend, alright, was late calling us. I'm like, who knows what the fuck she late for? But nigga, we got shit to do. Like, we had shit to take care of that night, and we were supposed to be picking him up to take care of it. And goddamn, because we waiting on this girl, he gets fucked up because these people drove by his block like 3 times. He called us during that. Like, after the first time they drove by, he's like, I'm pretty sure that was the motherfuckers from the bus. Like, they fucked with him on a bus. Like, tried to punk him and saw, like, all right, well, he wasn't punked by that. So he got marked, basically, as a good motherfucker for initiation. Someone from that neighborhood that hasn't motherfucking signed up, and he's just a free agent. Nobody knows who he is, basically. And that was one of the reasons that we fucked with him, was we free agents in a sense. I ain't sign on to anybody's crazy ass sets or obligations or shit. What was fucked up was some of the girls that were with our crew fucking went through shit like that. And I was like, girl, somebody gonna come looking for your ass? All right, don't be up in my apartment and somebody come like, where my hoe at? I knew that was on the back of my mind the first couple weeks I was fucking with that situation. I had to kind of get used to that. I was like, all right, see, some of these girls got stories of they got fucked into groups, and you like, just, I know you spreading pussy around here, but just, yeah, careful with your ass, all right? You don't come at me with you got obligations one day. You better get that shit out on the table right now. Anyways, Colorado living. As a fucking 20-year-old, you get into some shit, let me tell you. It's because most of that motherfucking state is Mexican, alright? There's a lot of Spanish. If you're going to learn a second language, you learn Spanish in some motherfucking Colorado, alright? That's for damn sure. They got fucking Spanish Walmarts and shit, alright? I've never seen that before in my fucking life. We went up in there and they had fine print on the fucking side that was English and shit. But the big letters and shit, where you ain't got to be right up on the sign, like my ass has 2020 and I had to be right up on the bitch. Like, oh my God. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. When I saw that shit, I was like, girl, what did you bring me to? Is this a Spanish Walmart? She was like, yeah, you never been here before? I was like, hell no. Now, my apartment was up there with the white peoples and shit and the rich peoples. Like, literally, the ranch, if you look up the ranch in Westminster, Colorado, that apartment complex that I was in is the only apartment complex. Then there's townhouses, and then there's the mansions. There's mansions, a golf course, and all kinds of shit. I was like, I don't think there's even, like, medium-sized houses. They had these stupid nice apartments, stupid nice, like, townhouses. That where for the price of a decent fucking house in the surrounding gang neighborhoods and shit, you're paying like $1,200 a month after utilities. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that bad for the area. where Carmelo Anthony's fucking wife was one of my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? I can't even say Carmelo Anthony was one of my neighbors. That nigga was never home. Like the only car you'd ever see at that house, the days that we would drive through that neighborhood and smoke and shit, like there was a couple of days where we would leave the apartment and just be like out cruising and smoking. And we would stroll through the neighborhoods because you see some dope ass cars and shit, motherfucking nice ass houses. It was just dope to roll through something that was a part of our neighborhood in a sense. We ain't even at the main road. You just like drove through that main shit between all of our shits into their section, and you up there next to Ferraris and Lamborghinis and motherfucking like crazy ass. There was a fucking Shelby Cobra out there. I was just like, that bitch probably got one of the original. Like I could go and ask that motherfucker, and he'd probably be like, this is one of the first ones off the damn assembly line for them. They're like, he actually tested this bitch to make sure she was alright. Oh my god, what was his name? Jim? I think it was Jim something, man. We gotta fucking figure out what that test driver's name was. He was like the American beast driver at the time during that motherfucking Ford versus Ferrari shit. Does anybody know who I'm talking about? Oh my god, the motherfucking legendary. I mean, we should all know this by heart. Especially if you're an American, alright? Better watch documentaries about the motherfucking shit. It's just not hitting my brain. I think it's Jim something though. Meaning James. Nah, Clark? Is that who I'm thinking of? Jim Clark? Because I don't think he was the motherfucker I'm thinking of, but I think he was one of the best drivers ever to fucking get in a race car. And he died in a tragic way. Always pushing the car to its motherfucking limits at some point. One of them corners that you hitting max speed on and just trusting in your goddamn mechanics, it's gonna let go. And that bitch let go. Damn, man, when they showed the car and that shit, it was mad mangled. And I think that was Jim Clark that I'm thinking of. So who was the homeboy that tested all of the, like he was the main driver for the Ford GT40 versus the fucking Ferrari? What the fuck was that bitch called? The only time I've ever fucking had a reference to that car other than a documentary was when I was playing Forza, and that was a long time ago. Oh my god. It's like a 3 something, P3 something. I don't know. My brain's real sketchy about it right now. I'm pretty lit. Numbers kind of look like a blur when I make them references. Jesus Christ, my bad, homie. I keep trusting people to like catch up to the car in front of them, and I should stop doing that and just follow the car in front of me. Like when we're in a damn near train situation, I trust people to be like my regulars, where my regulars, I know they got my mindset of catch the door in front of you type feel, you know what I'm saying? Where this person might just be learning how to keep his car sideways to begin with, and I can't be putting that kind of pressure or expectation on them. Because people will leave a server if I keep hitting them out of expecting more from them type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like they get that sense really well. They're like, oh shit, I'm doing something that I'm doing something that he ain't expecting me to be doing. And they see my goddamn name, and I think that gets them to leave more than other people. Because I'm like, I don't see it all the time when other people wreck. Someone just immediately leaving and shit. I'm just like, it's this weird shit with, they see that I got Gray Smoke Garage in my name, and that I'm the admin, and they don't want to fucking piss me off or some shit. So they leave, or they're embarrassed or some shit. I'm just like, no, my God, you were one of the best drivers up in here at the moment. Like, there was a reason I was trying to get your door of everybody else's, and I scared them away type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I hate that. Because I don't feel like I ever had that before I started all this. It was only a vibe that I caught after I did all this streaming and made my own server and shit. Because before I used to drive on a drift playground that was SDC cars, but it was in Turkey or something. That's why I bought a server in the first place, was I wanted somewhere where we had really good ping to the bitch. We had like 11 ping to my first server if you were on the East Coast with me. Like, that shit was nasty. 9 on a good day, 11 on average. 15 on one where we got Martians playing with us, kind of like Bryce right there. Like I call that a Martian with that red ping. Fucked up thing is most of them are just Australians when it comes to this server, but they'll be right on the precipice of fucking yellow to red when it comes to Australia. That's a good door to get still. That's most of the ones that'll show up in red for you. If somebody's got some red and they ain't from Australia, there's probably a problem with their internet. And they'll be skipping around the track, teleporting and shit, doing all kinds of shit. They throw angle in the car and then it just like sits there at that angle, locked, sliding through a corner without physics. Like you're like, physics can't do what you're doing right there. Then all of a sudden you see his car correct. You're like, oh fuck. All right, ping. And packet loss apparently. It's the only thing that I can think describing that. Oh my god. Bugs. Why'd you have to leave me?
Play no games with these niggas, I put dick in they hoes. Got the block on fire like I lit up the stove. I tell my niggas, fuck the streets, we bout to hit up the globe. And I'm a fly young nigga, they gon' shoot me with drones. Big dog, what the fuck I say? Big dog fall when I pull up to the bank. Big dog about to make some big noise. You don't wanna hear that chopper.
I was like, what? I was like, how'd he just come to a stop right there? I was about to flow onto a door. Damn, son. Homeboy's wheels kicked up in the air and he just fucking like took off. I was like, what the fuck? Papa Willie, son. What is up with this consistency? He's fast, but then he can grip up so fucking like crazy. I think he's got different tires on. But he's mad good at throwing it to extreme angle to make it seem consistent and slow. Oh wow, I didn't think I saved him right there. I was just like, damn, I don't even think I got that shit. But he just rolled away from the rail and I was like, alright, with the millimeters, but we got it. We still icy. Alright, Zach, let's fuck it up, homie. Throw it through that power alley. Another power alley. Throw it, son. And let it bleed. Oh, you powered through that bitch. He powered through it like he knew exactly where his line wanted to be. I see you. Try to get our transitions at the same time. He's got that follow transition style where he transitions early. Get down to the start. I ain't done learning your line. Thought we were gonna have company for a second. He followed back. There we go. Country sauce. Oh was a good door to get the other day. You can handle the left foot breakage too. This is an icy motherfucker. Let's get it. Kind of putting him through a couple of fucking questionnaire type tests, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's see if he got certain type of ice motherfucking maneuvers in here before I trust the door. Because if so, I don't mind leading somebody that I could be dynamic with. They basically like driving with Lux at that point. But my line doesn't matter as much as me getting close to their door. And if they can't close the gap from behind, I should be able to close it from here. So homeboy died. Bring country sauce back. Oh my God. Put me in a rail like that. Hey. There goes sauce. What up, homie? I need some momentum to get up that bitch. Oh, God damn. There we go. Alright. You quick. Throw that bitch in a transition. Fast one. Good God, you loaded up some G's on that flick. He definitely utilizes his position in the track no matter where the fuck I'm at. Lux is mad courteous. Like, they're like thinking about where I am and shit and what I have to do to get through a corner just naturally. This motherfucker throwing shit where I'm just like, oh, that's a lot of G's for my position. I might not make it past that damn rail, homie. Shit. We made it. All right. Maybe he did have that in mind. He's like, it's still green for me, bro. You should make it through that bitch alive. All right. He's a quick one, though. I really got to trust in his speed to stay with him. I'm saying, like, if he would have fucked that up in any way, we would have fucking slammed him. That motherfucker iced through that bitch with some whippage. I was like, shit. I damn near didn't know it was possible, but he was at an extreme right there. He's a fast motherfucker, too. Like, I gotta trust that he's gonna stay that fast to keep on him. Holy shit. All right, this is gonna get sweaty. I'm in here hooking fenders and shit together. I was like, ooh, we gotta come up off of that. All right, hold up. Where'd the song go? I was like, this is a good song for getting icy in here. And then it just dropped all of a sudden. Right as I was fucking planning out my move, I was just like, oh shit, where'd the music go? Bring the beat back. There we go. Now we're starting to match your speed, your flow. Then we gotta match that angle. Then we gotta fucking close that proximity. Come here. Don't run away from me. Me floweth upon that door. Like some aqueduct water. Come here. Hey, 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 hey. Some lead aqueduct shit right there. All right. Woo. Come here. You speed demon. Rename you Ricky Bobby. Woo-wee. Come here. I know you on 225s. He's just a quick motherfucker on these bitches. God, I love it when I gotta add angle like that and it just works the fuck out. I was fucking like tire on his door, and I was able to add angle while the fucking tire like was scraping his door. It's just like testosterone feeling. There we go. Beautiful shit. Now, I did kind of fucking dictate his speed for him before that corner with that fender hook. That's why I was able to fucking know what he was doing so damn well. But at least we took advantage of the moment and made it look sexy. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I could just keep doing that every corner for him. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah. I was like, we getting away with all that. Just roll with them punches. Close that gap. You got that shit. Close that gap. Don't make me push you into the gap. My bad. Oh, fuck. I was trying to hook my fucking fender into the fucking little crease that was in it. You know what I'm saying? You see the little catfish mouth? I was trying to motherfucking hook right up in that bitch and spin his car back around the right way, but I couldn't catch it in time. My ass was focused as fuck on that little mouth that I saw there. I was like, I'm gonna hook right up in that bitch. What up, Sauce? You up in the stream? I gotta fucking take a piss, man. Alright, hold on. Training the dragon.
Please stop hitting. She tell me I should change. I tell her I'm from rich. Nothing, I'm something, I'm deep inside a Korean. These niggas talking shit, it don't set well. Niggas use some text well. Drama quick to sprint like a next tail. See niggas with a come up here karma. Trying to come up, niggas got caught up by the llama. Corner by your honor. The nigga held a grudge, never buzz when he judged. I'm rocking something designer. I'm like the lord of vagina. Shaking her legs in the drawers is a shower. More gas to get more cash, nigga. And your last 2020 hindsight, your mind right by your past. Stupid if you're mimicking movement. Blueprint for foot too small to feel the shoe prints. All about the Benji, befriend me, then envy is simply nigga this shit that's evidently. You open to Pac 40 Mac, Mom, Mac, Dre, nigga, R.I.P. Yeah, niggas do not know me. See so much drama in a RIC. Going up, push your hard line, nigga, in a RIC. Going up, see so much drama in a RIC.
Alright, we got a dilemma. I'm hungry as fuck, and Lux isn't here. So, like, I might call it. But yeah, we've been going for 3.5 hours. Yeah, we gotta call it. Alright, y'all. I hope you have a great night. And as always, thank you for stopping by.